Town Board meeting for August 3rd, 2026. We do the roll call. Rebecca? Here. Karen? Here. Howard?
Here.
Rick?
Here.
Terry? And Teresa, we're all here. Okay. Next on the agenda is the approval of the July 6th and the July 20 minutes and July claims. Is there, Rick, do you have any corrections or additions to July 6th?
So,
All right, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll approve, or I'll make a motion to approve the July 6th.
All right, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then the July 20th.
I'll make a motion to approve those.
Okay, do I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, those pass. Karen,
And
your
the
next. And claims. Oh, the claims, I'm sorry. I forget that. I keep thinking you're going to do that. Okay, do I have a motion for approval of the July claims?
I'll make that motion.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, I have a first and a second. All in favor, aye? All right, motion passed. Now you're up, Karen. Okay.
All right, the checks written for the month were $22,789.66. And then we took in $8,162.70. And I also want to say that on both of the sheets is the payroll, because I have to put the revenue in and then it's deducted out. So that's why it shows up on both the,
Okay.
on the
All right.
So any other questions besides that? I also had to, for some reason, and I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever they are, the consultants.
Yeah.
I had to reissue the check for $5,300. They never received the check that I originally sent them, which was in May. So I had to cancel that check and resubmit them the $5,300. So there's two different places. They also had an invoice for $5,000, which was separate from that. But that was a reissued check. So.
Okay.
And I also, let's see, I'm going to have to move money out of the money market, if I can get your approval for that, because I'm gonna have to start paying. I just got, I have to pay the Town and Country bill. And I also, there was another invoice I didn't get, which was from Peerless for $20,000. Evidently, they sent it to you and they didn't send it to me, and that was back in May. So I'm gonna have to pay that. So that's like $60,000 that I'm gonna need to move at least.
I don't think you should take it Town and Country until they're finished.
What else do they have to
Well,
do?
they've got, you're supposed to
Striping,
CO this
seal and
and
striping.
stripe it.
You don't know when that's gonna be.
No, they did do the weekend, but they haven't done this. And I think they were on their way home from somewhere when they do.
So you want to reach out to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And then the paving here in town, it's not finished yet, right? I mean,
The what?
the paving that's been done in town.
No,
has-
that's not finished.
at all
No,
yet.
they have to do
So I haven't gotten
legends and,
invoices or anything.
yeah, I don't think that's done, no. Okay.
And last thing I have is, I got a letter from Ricky Durflinger about leasing the Quonset again, and he turned it in, as long as you turn it in within 60 days before time is up, he can re-rent
Yeah.
for
Anything else?
I think that's all.
Okay. All right, next on the agenda is Projects Committee. Terry?
And we have Arbor Day coming September 19th, that starts at 11. And then before that, that morning at 8, we have a 5K run, which that money all goes towards scholarship. So anybody wants to run or walk, we appreciate that. And then if I put the other hat on, the tree board has to plant a tree this year to keep our status.
Tree City.
Tree City,
designation.
so we have to plant a tree. So we haven't even looked at it yet. So, we don't know where we'll plant one yet, where we need it, we're going to have to look around town and see. So, I don't know if you want us to come back again, but we're gonna run out of time pretty soon, so. I don't know, maybe $1,000 should get us a tree and planted it, because we have to have them planted. We don't have the means anymore, so. That's kind of what we're asking for,
Okay.
a tree.
All
Up
right.
to that.
Can I get a motion to any discussion on tree, giving tree board money to plant, to get a tree and get planted? Okay, okay, any discussion? All
I'll
right.
make that motion.
All right, I've got a motion to give the tree board $1,000 to, up to $1,000 to get trees planted for this year to retain our Tree City status. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All right, I have a first and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Anything
What
else?
was that 5K date again?
The 19th.
September 19th.
Thank you.
We can get you an application, and I sent one in the mail, but we have one laying in there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all done?
Thank you.
All right, moving on. Okay, next up is on new business is the road grant update. What you got for us?
Obviously, they have all the asphalt down, but I did not hear back today on, the rest of the schedule. They still need to put some edging down, before they come in and stripe it, and then the finishing of the dirt, grass, whatever, will be probably next month.
Yeah.
When it's cooler outside.
Right, I think that's what we told them when we did it, that they could do all that in September.
Yeah, he was supposed to give me a schedule today about the striping and curves, and I did not hear from him.
Okay.
How about the drainage? Is that all finished? Or,
The drainage is finished as far as the, grant, is concerned, yes. Once again, they have to do a little bit of dirt work around some of it.
and what was the route for that? Because I never did figure out where they ran that.
Where does it drain to?
Yeah, where
It
does it?
drains to a tile, the corner of First and Marion Street, and then ultimately out to the county tile.
But they did work uptown, right?
They did drainage
So
from.
where did the drains go? The drainage part? Where did they put the drains?
The actual grate where
Yeah,
water flows
where the
in.
water flows.
There's one in the park, there's one on the corner of Second Street and Rensselaer Street. There's, I don't know how many, two down the alley between Second Street and First Street. There's one by the, murals, and one in the corner of Dave Bale's pasture property.
So it didn't come over to Chicago Street at all?
come over to Chicago Street.
So is there any way that we can connect where we were having trouble on the east side of town on Chicago Street? Is there any way to hook that drain into this big drain?
So I'm supposed to talk with Matt. What's his last name?
Kaiser?
Kaiser.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to speak with him at some point about getting a, full tile plan for the town. So in turn, if we have the plan figured out, then as we go through and repair streets or do other projects, the tile work could be done according to the plan. As far as which way, which water runs, we would have to speak with somebody more knowledgeable than myself. I don't know which way that water should be directed.
So what did you do down there when we tried to fix it before? What did we do? I don't know. Because it's still got a problem down there, so.
When Jerry worked on it, going through Dave's pasture,
No, I think on Chicago Street.
No, in Chicago.
oh, on Chicago
Yeah,
Street,
what were we, I mean,
we replaced 2 drains. One of them was too low in the ground and just got covered up with grass and leaves and such, and then wouldn't drain. The other one had no cover,
Yeah.
no grate over it, and was clear full of trash. So we replaced both of those risers is what they were called.
thanks.
Okay, any more questions? I don't have any. All right, moving on. Second Street property update, Rick.
Okay, I spoke to a, general contractor that is going to kind of manage that project, but he can't get here to look at it until August sometime, which we are now in August. So as soon as we hear back from them, but I did get I had another person contact me about doing the demolition work, and he gave me an estimate that we could add to once we have somebody to manage the project.
Okay, so that demolition work, is that just the demolition for the house and cleaning it up, you know, get rid of everything, filling it in?
I have a copy for you.
Oh, good. And so, thank you. Okay. So,
You have this.
okay. He's got more copies. So is this more than just the house from what we had previously gotten estimates for?
This, as it states on here, is to take down the house, remove all the footings and foundation. Backfill is needed. It also has addition for the garage on there, which we need to have the garage inspected to see if it's worth saving or not worth saving.
Yeah.
But this also includes an asbestos inspection.
Right, you know, we need to do that, yeah.
And I believe that's it. It also says some of the other things that we need to have done either during or before demolition starts.
I'm sorry, that last sentence, what was it? said?
It also has on here things that we, as the town,
Oh,
were,
yeah, get rid of the gas service and, okay, all right. With any
As far as,
retire gas and electrical service, yes.
as far as, like decommissioning the well and septic, that he doesn't do either.
Okay,
But once again, if we have a contractor that manages the job, they can take all of that information and all of these estimates and put it together in a nice little package for us.
okay. Well, the one thing on this, I think, I mean, this is good to have, glad you got it, but we need to, we need to put that out there for others to bid on. We'll have to do that no matter what. I mean, we can't just give it to this guy and stuff, so, yeah, but that's
Well,
good.
there's 3 other bids that have already been put in.
There aren't 3 other bids, but the bids, we knew we needed to redo the bids because they weren't all for the same thing.
Yep.
So they need to be for the same thing. So, yeah, so this is good. Thank you. Okay.
Don't we have to bid on all of them? According to the new standard?
Don't we have to what?
Don't we have to come up what the standard is for all of it and then advertise it and bid it out?
Okay,
That's, once again, that would, if we turn all the information that we've gotten over to the person that's gonna manage the project, then he can go back to each one and say, hey, this is exactly what we want. Like I say, somebody's gonna have to decide what to do with the garage.
right.
So all that information, then we can go back to whoever we want and say, hey, can you
Okay.
modify your bid?
And in that
or-
question, I mean, because I know you've talked to several people and stuff, you were investigating this for us. So what is the criteria we're using for somebody to look at it and manage the project?
I would say it needs to be somebody that manages construction projects.
Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty wide open.
Yep.
So, I just wanted, I was wondering what's this criteria that, with these companies you've reached out to, I just wondered what it is so that we know. And, that was my only question on that. So, more to come.
More to come.
Okay. All right, next up, building commissioner and inspector.
I have spoke with a gentleman named Richard Dick, who is currently the Morocco building commissioner, or at least part-time building commissioner. He's willing to come to work for Mount Ayr. What that looks like, I have not discussed with him. He's told me what he makes to Mount Ayr and how many hours he spends there. I would say that he is probably, if we're looking for a new building commissioner, he is probably a good bet. Obviously, I think we would need to speak with him if that's what we want to do moving forward. The other Morocco building commissioner, Cody Jackson, has said he would be willing to help us, but that's as far as he went. I don't know what that means, but we already have one permit out that we need an inspector for, so we probably are gonna need to move forward on this.
I definitely, go ahead.
Go ahead,
I'm
sorry.
Go ahead.
I had one other person that said they might be interested. I haven't heard back from them yet, so.
Is that something we can advertise? For people to apply for?
I don't know, is it?
If you want to. You should take a look, you should confirm whether or not the town has an ordinance that governs how hiring is to be done. I believe we've looked at this before, and I don't think we found that there was one, but we should double check just to make sure. If there is one, then we want to make sure you're compliant with it.
Because I talked to the Brook
I thought they'd done away
Building
with it.
Commissioner, and he may be interested.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. All right, well,
But when we originally did this, didn't we say that we could contract anybody for individual things? Wasn't that like part of it that we could contract out for?
I said we could try a contract for somebody to come in and do individual inspections, yes.
So maybe we can get Mr. Dick to do one now.
so we can get that completed.
Get this one done and then maybe advertise and see if we get any applicants.
I don't think that they've started construction.
On Jacob's yet, so we're not,
We're not in dire
Oh.
need, I don't think.
okay. All right. Well, so let's look to be sure whether we have an ordinance on hiring or not. You'll check that for us, Rebecca?
I will.
Thank you. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with, you know, advertising it. So, all right, Rebecca will check into that, and then if we don't have an ordinance, then we can go ahead and we'll advertise. And then we would have to interview, when we interview, I mean, would that be an executive session? I mean, how would we have to do that? Because, I mean, we can't obviously interview people.
Yes, yes, so you can convene, executive session to conduct interviews, and I can get you some more specific details on the statute that you'll cite to in your notice to do that.
Okay, great, thank you, Rebecca. All right, okay, your building permit and application fees.
Okay. I think I'd given you guys copies of this
Yeah.
before. As far as the fees and permits go, I think that we need to kind of mimic what Newton County has, although theirs seem to be pretty high. I think half the cost of whatever's on Newton County's page would be a good,
Be reasonable.
reasonable.
You know, that's going from
For $5.
$5 to $2,200.
Well, half of that would be like, so 1 to 2 range, 50 to 100, and 100 to 400. For a mobile home, 50 to 100. Additional remodel, 50 to 100. Garage post frame, 50 to 100. That's the range, 50 to 100.
If we
It goes by square footage.
I don't get, yeah, I guess
Right,
it is.
right ahead of this.
Yeah, okay,
It really
residential.
goes by square footage.
I see,
Yeah.
okay. 20 cents per square foot.
But do we
Commercial,
really need the
40 cents
money
per-
to, I mean, it's one of the few things we can do for this town. They pay for a $5 permit. Do we need to make money on permits?
I think we need to make enough money to pay for a building commissioner. That would be my theory. I don't know that we need to make more money, but if we could just pay his, salary.
But, I wonder what other neighboring towns, how much their fees are. I mean, I totally get the, you know, give them a $5 permit, but if we're gonna hire a building commissioner, that we have to,
Well, we've always paid for a building commissioner before.
but the new building commissioners sound like they're a little more expensive. So, I mean, I would like some time to think about it. I really don't want a motion or anything now, but if you guys want a motion and vote, that's up to you, but
I think the
I would like-
application is awesome.
you think the what?
Application is awesome.
Yeah, the application is good. That's way better than ours. That's, I like that, but, yeah.
I'm fine with waiting and
Thinking about it?
thinking about it, yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, next up, employee termination letter.
I think that's already been handled.
Okay, all right. Rebecca provided that for us, and so, I mean, but your point on this is that there are in reality, technically contracted workers that we had like doing contract work, like, so, like somebody who mowed or whatever, and is no longer gonna be mowing for us because we've got somebody else doing mowing. So you think to clean up the books or whatever, we need to send them a termination letter and get that on the books.
I think that there are still some people in town that believe that they're able to do work for the town and just bill us later.
Okay,
So, yes, I would like to give them a letter saying they're no longer,
working for the town in this case.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that.
so.
Are we allowed to know who they are when
Well,
the
you
time
can't,
comes?
it's not, well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
So I think at some point, we need to have a meeting about who we need to send these to.
send these letters to. So would that be an executive session meeting then, Rebecca, for us to determine or?
You can have an executive session to discuss, like the performance of a specific employee. But as far as making any specific termination decisions, technically you need to do that in a public meeting. You can't take action in an executive session.
Okay, so,
But you can review an employee's performance in an executive
With
session.
okay,
names?
well, I mean,
In an executive session?
No.
and so can we say whom we want to send termination letters to
You can.
in public meetings?
You can. I would use some measure of discretion in that conversation.
I know, but how do
don't
we,
wanna go into great detail,
how do we
but
do
yes.
it if we, I mean,
No, you're right.
okay,
So does it work the same for subcontractors versus actual employees?
yeah, that we're just contractors, you know, did contract work.
If they were contracted to do a specific job and they completed that job and you don't intend to use them again, if you never established an employee-employer relationship with them, then there's nothing to terminate.
But they were told they could just do work and then turn in hours.
Well, then that gets very complicated and that starts to look more like an employee-employer relationship. So that's less clear cut. And that's why I've kind of long cautioned about that distinction and whether you really want to split hairs that way. So, because it does get very tricky.
Then I don't, how are we gonna proceed on this? Are we gonna have, if there's hair splitting, maybe we do meet with executive session with them and tell them, you know, nothing against your work, but we're no longer gonna use you, we need you to, here's your letter and sign it.
Another option is that maybe we can talk offline at some point. One of you can give me kind of the details about, I feel like it's possible that maybe you're talking about a specific circumstance or maybe a couple of specific circumstances. Maybe we can talk more specifically about the details of that and I can give you better guidance based on specific facts.
That would be good. That would be good, yes, okay. All right, next, microphones.
So there's been several people, including myself, that just cannot hear, especially on the live feed. The town actually owns some wireless microphones and speakers right here in the corner that we could possibly use. I had set up and tested once before that seemed to work. So is it okay if we set those up so that people can hear us?
They don't belong to the town.
Actually, the
The town.
project is not going to go to my years,
Oh.
it goes along the project. We
Yeah.
Okay,
just so you know.
okay.
And there's nothing wrong with the speakers we
It's
have.
in the sequence.
Okay, can we hook up to something so that we could have some microphones?
Well, we can move the tables to that end, and then probably hook into the wall box. Somewhere, there's some equipment, and we can't find the main box that goes here. But several years ago, they spent a lot of money to put a speaker box in the middle. And I don't know if it ever worked right or not, but they hardly ever used it. So that system is here somewhere, but I set up for the alumni every year to the box, to the wall outlet down there. But it's a wire that's got to run to the table. I don't know if you can do one or three. I don't know if you can get 3 mics on it. We've always used just one. But
I don't care what we do, as long as we do something.
neither.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I
Okay, so-
definitely would like to use microphones.
I will work on setting something up.
Well, Howard, do you want to, do you want to try to get the in-house, installed system going? So you guys will work on that and see if we can get that, and if not, then we will ask projects formally if we can use theirs. So, when they are available, so, okay, great, that's great, I love that. All right, next up, yearly budget for projects committee.
So, Terry probably knows, do you guys put in a yearly budget to the town of Mount Ayr? No?
We did in 2023, last time we had budget. And at that time, they gave us $10,000, but we also, at that time, paid for the internet in our own phone, our own computers. Now the town, am I correct, Karen, pays for, bought our computer, they pay the internet bill now and the phone bill. So we haven't asked for money other than April 7th, 2026, they gave us $5,000 just to help us keep ahead, because we still, give paper and, office supplies and so forth, but, so since 2023, we have not asked for a budget. We pretty much run on our own.
Okay. Would you like to put in for a
Oh,
budget
yeah,
every year?
I'll take mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it, but.
Well, I suspect that it's gonna take, I would guess, it's gonna take a year, right, to figure out what you guys actually spend money on, what you need. So I'm not asking for it to happen anytime soon.
Okay.
But in the future, maybe we could look at setting up a yearly budget to help you guys pay for what's
Right now,
needed.
we get a lot of contributions, and that's what we work off, but we work very hard at doing that, but that may not last forever, so.
Yeah. Well, I would love to see a yearly budget up front for every year.
We'll figure it out.
If you didn't have anything else to do.
Okay, next item on the agenda, Howard's change of residency.
So, I have a petition from the town members that has asked the board to investigate Howard's residency.
You have to have a petition to do that? Can't you
We
just do
must.
it?
We must have to have a petition to figure it out.
If it has more than 20 signatures, I'll resign. If they're town residents, let me say this, property owners, if they're property owners. I would say registered voters, but that would cut too many people out, so I don't want to do that. But if to have 20 signatures on there of property owners I will resign.
Would you just like to tell us your intention?
This is your show. The burden of proof is on you, not me.
Oh,
You brought it up. You put it on here without Teresa and I knowing about it. This was a sneaky little way for you to do it. So you decide how you want to handle it. But if you get a petition with 20 property owners, not even this one, another one, I'll resign.
well, I have a
This
petition,
group is,
I have a petition from the town
is it 20
asking
people?
the board to investigate Howard's
10 people.
residency.
That's not even, what,
So-
3% of the town?
At this point, Rebecca, do you know what we need to do with the petition? Or do we need to,
I do not know, this is very uncharted territory.
Okay, well, I guess you'll investigate, right? So,
As I understand it, a person would have to be able to demonstrate that a change of residence has taken place. And from the research that I have done on this issue, there are a number of factors that would be used to make that determination. There's not just one clear rule or a clear number of factors, but it's more of a totality of the circumstances. And so, based on my understanding of the facts, which may be somewhat limited at this point, but it appears to me that there are some factors that weigh one way and there are some factors that weigh the other way. So I don't know that there is a clear dispositive answer to it at this point in time.
okay, well, this
And I
petition.
know that that's not particularly helpful.
This petition cites some code and so forth, so.
I'll be happy to take a look at it.
Pass it to Rebecca, please, so she can investigate. Okay, moving on.
But that still stands. You get a petition with 20 property owners, I'll resign.
Moving on. The beacon update, okay?
so I emailed all of you guys the report from the
State
fire,
Marshal.
state fire marshal, sorry.
That's okay.
He called me today to come and let him in the building so that he could do an initial inspection. Pretty much, he said, first things first, we need to get, architectural drawings sent to the state to be approved, even though we've already built the building or finished the building, or, well, not really finished, but,
For the addition.
no, for the whole building. Well, the drawings for the addition.
Yes, which we have from an architect.
You have a complete set of drawings,
Well, I don't know what complete is, but
has all the interior elevations and so something that we can get approved with the state of Indiana.
I would think that the engineer would be required to report it to you. I don't know that.
Yeah, but you do have the, okay, well, you get those for us, okay? So go on.
So-
Hired an engineer to do it, we paid him to do it.
So we need to get those sent down to state so that we can get them approved, state approved drawings. Then, once that happens, then the fire marshal will come back and do a inspection on the rest of the building and whether it's up to code or not up to code. The only other thing that he initially noticed was it appeared as though the range is a commercial range and there's no of it, I don't know that it's a commercial range. Do you know if it's a commercial range or not?
I don't know, I had one in my house over here, so.
So,
I don't know, but we approved Ricky Grifflinger to put the hood up several months ago. And he hasn't gotten around to putting it up yet. We have the hood, but he's never put it up yet.
okay,
I don't know that was.
so once we get state approved drawings, then you can contact the fire marshal and you can come back and inspect the building.
But if we
So
put a
did-
regular stove in there, it's okay?
If it's a residential stove,
It's okay?
as long as you're not using the building to cook greasy food. That's what it
Yeah.
said.
I can't guarantee Terry's food.
So, and I had a question, basically, I guess this is kind of for you. So, the state fire marshal reached out to Rick because that was the contact he had, and I'm okay with that.
How
And
did you get your contact information?
The county commissioner gave it to me.
How did they get it?
the building commissioner.
I know the Newton County building commissioner.
Okay.
Okay. And so, I understand that, and I was a little, I wondered why, I was concerned that only Rick was there during the review of the, while he was there doing his review.
Okay.
I would have liked to, I thought we should all be notified, or the town manager could have been there or something, that there should have been more than one board member there with him while he was doing his inspection and review.
Okay.
So is that a problem?
Well, so because you're just a board of three, two of you is a quorum. And so for purposes of the open door law, a meeting of a quorum should be properly advertised at least 48 hours in advance.
Okay, so even if we're not making decisions, we're just there watching,
So again, if it
Okay.
qualifies under the criteria to be an executive session, then that's something, but
No,
it
yeah.
still has to be advertised as an
Okay.
executive session.
But Terry could have gone, because she's not a board member, she's the town manager.
That's
It would have been fine for her to be there.
That's correct.
I wish that had occurred. I think I would just feel better if there were two people there hearing what the fire marshal said. I mean, it's kind of like anything, like when you go to the doctor, you should take another person, because sometimes you just don't catch everything. Same kind of thing. So I would like to see that happen in the future. I would like Terry to at least be notified so she could be there too. And I know you get short notice, I know that, they told us that. It's not like they're gonna tell us the day ahead or whatever. But, I would like you to do everything you can to contact Terry so she could be there too. Anything
So
else?
So we did have this discussion a while back about somebody could come and everybody was in agreement that they were fine with somebody coming, right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we wanted them to come, yeah.
And nothing was spoken of, make sure Terry knows at that
Well,
point, so.
At that point, I didn't really realize that it would only be one of us would be able to be there. If only one of us was gonna be able to be there, then maybe it should have been me since I'm the board president. But, whatever. That, I'm asking now, when he comes back in the future, to please ask Terry so that we get two people. I would like
Okay,
that.
make sure it works both ways for everything else. Okay,
Hey, that's okay,
all right.
I'm absolutely willing for that. I made that clear, I thought, before. Okay, so now we are up to the abandoned house.
What about putting the bell tower out? So is that on hold? Because we already contracted him to do that.
To put the steeple back on, the fiberglass steeple.
I told him that there was a fiberglass steeple coming. He didn't say one way or the other.
All right, thank you.
Because if we don't put it on, we gotta send $25,000 in grants back.
Is it here?
No,
No, oh, it's not here.
no, but I just wanna make sure we weren't gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
Putting it on.
okay. All right, next up, the abandoned house at 314 Second Street.
Has anybody heard anything from the letter that was sent?
The only thing I heard was that she told somebody here in town that got the letter and she's gonna put that property up for sale.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's true or not.
So do we wait a little bit longer, and if not, we move forward with something else? Is that what we,
I think that's fair. I think, you know,
How long has it been?
how long has it been since we sent the letter? Do you remember?
It's been at least 2 months.
2 months probably.
has it been that long? No, maybe wait another month.
I don't think she comes to get her mail
Oh,
as regular. Her mail still gets sent.
does it get sent here?
She still votes to.
And she votes
This is her residency, even though she doesn't live here. This is her residency, that's where she votes. Just saying.
So how much longer do we want to give her, since she doesn't get her mail regular? 2 months? 2 more
I'd say
months?
90 days.
90
Let's give her
days.
90 days before we do.
Another
this.
90 days or 90?
No, 90 from the day we sent the letter. 90
Okay.
days, and then, does Rebecca
that sound
send
fair to
the
you?
next one or what?
Okay, all
Do
right.
you send the next letter or do we?
I would be happy to if that's the route you want to go.
Yeah, that sounds good. So 90 days from the time the last letter was sent, and you'll get that date too. Okay, thank you. All right, handrails on the community center.
Back to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put it on here.
Okay, so last we talked about it was the board was gonna look into putting some handrails up. Do you want me to go and try to find somebody to put handrails up? Is that what you want?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I want. If you would like to do that, if you're okay with taking that on.
Yep.
Thank you. All right, easement paving update.
So did we ever get an estimate for the easement paving?
No, we just did it. So we're gonna get a bill for it.
Are you kidding?
That's what we agreed to.
No, he didn't, they're just gonna get a bill for it.
We agreed to do it. We didn't agree on the amount. And I'd like to take it a step further. I think we ought to do Chicago Street since those people kind of got screwed out of the last one. I think there was six houses if you include the church. 5 houses in the church.
Do you think we could at least get an estimate for that before we decide to vote on that?
I'll make that motion.
All right, but you'll get an
I'll
estimate?
get an estimate.
Okay, all right. And do I have a second on motion that Howard gets an estimate for Chicago Street? I'll second the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Nay.
Okay,
You just suggested we do it. Get the estimate.
I'm getting an estimate, and it's just an estimate. And my feeling on that, I would like to see, like, I know it's kind of, I'm okay with getting an estimate, but that's not saying it'll get done this time, but my feeling is, you know, when the next road project comes, I would like to see those people get when they're back and they're gonna be doing paving, because they're basically done with paving now. I would like to see them get that done with the next, but I won't be on the board then, so whatever the next board does, but Howard can get an estimate. All right, next up, water project update.
Looks like Howard brought an update.
Yes. You want to speak to the update?
I have no update.
We provided the letter that came from Wessler, on the 20th with the update, everything, you can see it, it's right there, anybody can have a copy. It's looking good and it's moving forward. And Wessler said there would be, needed to have a second test, the second test was done, that's all we know for right now. It was just completed last week, the second test. All right, old business, public comment is not on here. We took public comment off.
This is about a discussion to add it back to the,
Oh, okay, well, there you go. Go right ahead, speak to that.
I would like to make a motion that we add old business and public comment back to the agenda.
I'm okay with old business, but not with public comment.
Nay.
Can you get a second for that motion?
Sounds like communism.
All right.
I have some old business, sorry. I have some old business.
Oh, okay, old business?
Maybe I missed it, but did we ever make a decision on the Fowler Tree Service to come or not? Don't know that we ever voted on it.
Well, it's because it's tied to the property up here.
It's tied to the property, and I'm willing to take off those 2 trees off that property. Can we do that and move forward with Fowler Tree Service just doing the other work? Or do you want me to get a re-estimate just for the other work?
You do what you wanna do.
No.
No, I'll get a new estimate from them. We'll take those off and then we'll submit it.
We just have to have so much work by
By
the city.
well,
The city and we have to-
technically, we don't